Oh yeah, she's rusty. No stock on it either. Falling apart. Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're working on the Ford Ranger again. We are working on the fuel sending unit because the gas gauge doesn't work in it. Should be a pretty straightforward job. We're going to be putting in a Dorman. I hopefully got the right one. This fuel sending unit. Here's the part number if you guys are doing this yourself. There's two different kinds that I saw online. It depends whether you have the dual tank or the single tank. We have the single tank on the driver's side here. So here's the sending unit. Pretty simple. All this does is a resistance. As the fuel level rises, it sends a signal to your gauge up there and tells you what it is. And what I typically see happen is these brass floats just fall off over time, or it might be a cork float even, and they just deteriorate. So I'm curious what's going to be going on with our float when we pull it out. Might still be there even. We're going to find out here in a couple minutes. So let's get busy on it. Okay, so here's under the truck. Here's our tank. This is on the driver's side, as I said. So there's just your typical straps. 2 bolts. One here, one back there. I already loosened them up, but you need a wrench on the top to hold down the bolt. So you can get it off, because it spins basically. And then you also have, oh, you can't really see it right here, but let's see, oh, yep, right here. One fuel line going in there, rubber hose. Hopefully I can get that off pretty easily. And then you also have the wire on top, but you can probably reach up there and grab it. I'm just going to drop it down a little and then grab it. Let me set up this camera and get these things off here. I don't know how much gas is in here. Doesn't feel like a lot. Should only be a couple gallons. Feels like there's a decent amount in here. Let me go get the jack. Well, you guys missed the exciting part, but the fill neck was holding it up. So, I didn't think of that. So it's out now. There's definitely more than a couple gallons in here. So it makes me feel better about pulling this thing. It means the sending unit definitely wasn't working. Let's get this thing out of here. Tank is out. Looks great under here. I'm honestly impressed with this every time I work on it. Almost no rust. Love it. Alright, let's see what's wrong with this tank. Alright. Here's the tank, guys. Once again, I'm just blown away at how clean everything is. There's not a spot of, well, there's a little bit of rust, but it's not bad. There's no leaks. You know, it's really, really solid. So you don't see that very often in the Rust Belt here in Ohio. So here's our sending unit. It has the typical little lock ring that goes around it. Looks like the replacement one we have will work on it. So I'm going to knock it loose and hopefully we'll see a missing float. If there's no missing float, then we have another issue. Or I guess it could just be a bad sending unit where the float's there but it's not sending the correct signal to the gauge. So let me go ahead and smack this. All you need is a flathead. Smack in one direction. There you have it. Missing float, and it's, oh yeah, she's rusty. No stock on it either, falling apart. Yeah, she was ready to get replaced. Also, if you guys are gonna do this, clean around the edge. Just save yourself the trouble. And I'm just not gonna look in there. I don't want to know how bad it is, because I don't want to have to worry about, you know, cleaning a tank. I don't want to do that. So, okay guys, here's a comparison of the two sending units. They look kind of similar, definitely a little bit different. I'm hoping that it'll work. They look close enough that, you know, I'm gonna try it. Might as well try it, see how it goes. It's better than what we have here. Alright, let's get this guy in. Looks right. Same thing, reverse for the install. Make sure that O-ring's in there. Looks good. Let's get it back in. GoPro died right there when I was installing it. It was a struggle, took a while. It'd be a lot easier with two people, but it's in. The only issue I had was this filler neck here. I could not get it to go all the way on. It's just a super old, dry rotted hose. I probably should have replaced it. I'll probably have to replace it, so maybe if you guys are doing this, buy one of those. It'll make it easier. I ended up kind of moving the jack around, just jacking it up in the middle, building up. I have these two little jack stands here. If you have some smaller jack stands, these can help as well. But let me show you the gauge. I can put the key in. There we go. So, I think this is accurate. It's saying almost like a quarter tank. Yeah, almost a quarter tank. So, there was a lot of gas in that tank. I don't think it's a quarter tank. I feel like that's almost too high. I feel like maybe it's sending the wrong signal still, but it's working. It doesn't say empty. This should kind of let me understand where I'm at with fuel. Yeah. So, it wasn't so bad to do, guys. If you have an older vehicle like this and your gas gauge stopped working, probably your sending unit. It was like 60 bucks on Amazon or Summit Racing, wherever you want to go. Not too bad to do. Do it with 2 people if you can. Definitely recommend that. If you guys want to subscribe, I'm going to be pulling the carburetor off this, rebuilding that in the next episode. I appreciate you guys watching. See you in the next one.